Have you ever looked at your pocket change and wondered if one of those shiny little coins could actually be worth thousands, or even over $190,000? What if I told you that a seemingly ordinary 2006 North Dakota state quarter, the one you might ignore or toss in a coin jar, could be worth an absolute fortune? We're talking about a jaw-dropping amount of up to $190,000. Sounds crazy, right? But it's real. And today, we're diving deep into the hidden world of the rare 2006 North Dakota quarter from the proof set, a coin that has sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community across the United States. Now listen closely, because this isn't just any coin. This is the North Dakota State Quarter, minted in 2006, as part of the historic 50 State Quarters program, a series that transformed U.S. coin collecting forever. While millions of these quarters were produced for circulation, there's one specific version that stands out like a diamond among stones: the proof set version. And even among those, only a tiny number have this specific, rare, and highly coveted feature that sends their value skyrocketing. Collectors across America are on the hunt for rare state quarters worth money, and the 2006 North Dakota quarter is one of the hottest topics. Especially when it comes from a proof set, and especially when it carries unique errors or varieties. So what makes this one so special? Why would someone pay over $100,000 for a single quarter? Let's take a moment to understand what a proof coin is. Proof coins are not your everyday change. These are coins made with extra care, struck multiple times with specially polished dies, and handled with gloves. The result is a coin that gleams with mirror-like surfaces and razor-sharp details. Proof coins are typically sold in sets and never meant for circulation. They're intended for collectors. And because of the care that goes into minting them, errors in proof coins are extremely rare. And that's exactly why when one slips through with a mistake, its value can explode. Now here's where the magic happens. A select number of 2006 North Dakota proof quarters have surfaced with extraordinary features: ultra-rare die errors, unusual planchet issues, and even a few rumored doubled dies and missing elements. These are not common at all. And when verified, these error coins from proof sets have commanded massive prices in private auctions and rare coin markets. Imagine this. You come across a 2006 North Dakota quarter in flawless proof condition, and under magnification or expert grading, it reveals a rare mint error. Suddenly, you're not just holding a quarter, you're holding an asset worth more than a luxury car, or even more than a house in some states. That's how intense the demand is for these rare U.S. state quarters. Dealers, auctioneers, and advanced collectors are all competing for ownership of coins like this. The design of the 2006 North Dakota State Quarter itself is beautiful, featuring two American bison standing on the plains with the rugged Badlands in the background. It represents the wild spirit of the American West, and that symbolic image adds even more charm to its collector appeal. But when a flawless proof version comes with a significant mint error, that's when the value skyrockets. Proof coins with errors are like the unicorns of numismatics. They're not supposed to exist. And because of that, they are highly prized. We're talking about a tiny population, sometimes even one-of-a-kind coins, certified by top grading companies like PCGS or NGC. These institutions validate the coin's authenticity and error, assigning them grades like PR69 or PR70, and sometimes, that's all it takes to push the price up dramatically. Coin collectors constantly search online for terms like rare quarters to look for, proof state quarters worth money, 2006 North Dakota quarter error value, and valuable quarters from proof sets. This coin fits all of those descriptions and more. So if you're new to coin collecting, or maybe you inherited a collection from a relative, or picked up a proof set at a garage sale, you better check for that 2006 North Dakota quarter. You could be sitting on a jackpot. So how do you know if you've got one of these rare and valuable coins? First, see if your quarter came from a proof set. These usually have a mirror-like background with frosted raised details. Then, inspect for anything unusual: doubled lettering, missing designs, unusual textures, or even a misaligned image. If you think you found something, get it graded. It could change your life. Here's what's really exciting. Recent sales and private transactions have seen these ultra-rare 2006 North Dakota state quarters from proof sets fetching astronomical prices. One coin sold for over $133,000, and another pushed the limit even further, nearly $190,000. That's right, from a single quarter that most people would overlook. So if you're a coin collector, a reseller, or someone curious about what coins are worth real money in 2025, this is your sign to dig out those old proof sets, search through inherited collections, and take a close look at every 2006 North Dakota quarter you come across. Imagine this: you're flipping through an old proof set from the 90s. It's been sitting in your drawer, collecting dust for nearly 30 years, you barely remember where it came from. Maybe a gift. Maybe a random purchase, but nestled in that little velvet case is a tiny silver-colored coin no bigger than a fingernail, and it could be worth over $157,000, yes. That's not clickbait. That's real, and that coin is the 1996 American Roosevelt dime, the proof version. This is not your average pocket change dime, this is the one serious collectors lose sleep over, the one coin that could transform your coin collection, or your life. So hold on tight, because what I'm about to tell you is one of the biggest secrets in the world of US coin collecting. Let's talk about what makes the 1996 Roosevelt dime from a proof set such a jaw-dropping, wallet-exploding, bank account changing piece of American treasure. It all begins with how proof coins are made. Unlike regular coins struck for daily use, proof coins are the royalty of the mint. Each one is carefully struck multiple times with polished dies, using specially prepared planchets. This results in coins that have sharply detailed images, ultra-clear inscriptions, mirror-like fields, and frosted designs that seem to pop right off the coin. Now imagine that process applied to the 1996 Roosevelt dime at the San Francisco Mint. Marked with the iconic S mint mark, these were only issued in limited quantities, packaged neatly into US Mint proof sets for collectors. But here's where things get spicy: out of the thousands of these 1996 proof dimes, only a microscopic fraction remain in perfect, untouched condition. We're talking PR70 deep cameo, a grading that means no scratches, no marks, no blemishes, flawless surface, maximum visual contrast, practically a coin that looks frozen in time. It's rare. It's coveted, and it's absolutely beautiful. Collectors across the US are obsessed with these coins because of one simple word: perfection. And when a coin is perfect, the value skyrockets. Now here's the part most people never understand: in the coin world, condition is king. A standard 1996 dime might be worth 10 cents, even a circulated proof coin might only bring in a few bucks. But a PR70 deep cameo Roosevelt dime from 1996, that's a totally different universe. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC have only awarded the PR70 DCAM grade to a few ultra-rare examples of this coin, and when those coins come up for sale, it's not just a transaction. It's an event. Bidding wars erupt, collectors go wild, and the price keeps climbing. But wait. Why would anyone pay a fortune for such a small coin? Because rarity fuels desire, because perfection is priceless, because high-end collectors are constantly on the hunt for the next holy grail in their collection, and the 1996 Roosevelt dime in proof condition has quietly become one of those grails. While most people are chasing quarters and pennies, the smart money is digging into proof sets, hunting down this underrated dime that packs a monster punch in value. Okay. So now, the moment you've been waiting for: how much is this dime actually worth? If you're holding a 1996 Roosevelt dime from a US Mint proof set, and that coin has been certified by PCGS or NGC as PR70 deep cameo, you are not holding a dime. You're holding a jackpot, because in today's collector market, this coin can be worth a shocking $121,000. And in some sales, when the bidding gets aggressive and two wealthy collectors go head-to-head, it's gone even higher, up to $157,000. That's not a typo. One small dime, less than an inch wide, now worth over $157,000, all because it's perfect, and all because you were lucky, or smart, enough to keep it safe. So, what should you do right now? 1. Check your 1996 US Mint proof sets, pull them out. Dust them off. And look closely at that dime. 2. Inspect it under good light, look for that deep cameo contrast. See if it looks like it was made yesterday. 3. Send it in to be graded. PCGS or NGC will confirm what you've got, and if you land that PR70 DCAM grade, boom, welcome to the six-figure club. Let me say it again, just so it sinks in: your old proof set from 1996, that tiny dime you barely noticed, could now be worth over $157,000. Don't ignore your coin boxes. Don't underestimate the small stuff, and don't wait, because the world of rare coin collecting is moving fast, and fortunes are being discovered every day. What if I told you there's a modern dime sitting quietly in someone's drawer right now, a coin no one pays attention to? A coin that looks like every other dime you've ever seen in your life, except this one. This one is secretly worth more than a brand new Tesla. This is not fiction, this is the story of the 2013 Roosevelt dime from a US Mint proof set. A coin that's now commanding mind-blowing prices in the collector market, and the craziest part, you might already own one. You see, not all dimes are Created equal, especially when we're talking about proof coins, the highest quality coins ever produced by the US Mint. These aren't coins you find in your change, these aren't the beat-up ones rolling around in your car cup holder, these are special strike coins, made with care, struck multiple times, and sealed in velvet-lined proof sets meant for collectors. But what if one of those coins, just one, turned out to be perfect? What if it received the elusive PR70 deep cameo grade from a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC? What if it was flawless, mirror-like, without a single imperfection? What would that dime be worth? Stick around, because you're about to find out. Let's rewind to the year 2013 that the US Mint released proof sets just like it does every year. Tucked inside those sets was a tiny 10-cent coin, the Roosevelt dime, still bearing the dignified image of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse. At a glance, it looked ordinary, but behind the scenes, it was anything but. Each 2013 Roosevelt dime in a proof set was struck at the San Francisco Mint, denoted by the S mint mark, and as coin collectors know, proof coins from San Francisco have a reputation. They are sharp, detailed, reflective, and artistic. They are what numismatists dream of finding in top condition. But here's where it gets thrilling. While thousands of these proof dimes were minted, almost all of them have flaws, tiny nicks, hairlines, dust particles sealed during minting. Even the gentlest movement inside the original plastic casing can cause microabrasions, and that means finding a 2013 Roosevelt dime in absolute perfect condition, certified as PR70 deep cameo, is like finding a diamond in a sandbox. It's rare, it's special, and it's valuable. Why? Because collectors crave perfection, and when a proof coin hits that PR70 DCAM level, the price doesn't just go up, it explodes. These perfect proof coins are graded and slabbed by top-tier services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. They don't just hand out a PR70 lightly. So when one appears in the market, elite collectors take notice, and they're willing to throw massive money on the table for it. Think about it. How many people in the US bought a 2013 proof set and just left it sitting in a drawer, untouched? How many never even looked at the dime inside? And how many of those hidden dimes could be the one, the rare, perfect gem that could change someone's life? Now imagine this, you find that dime, you send it off for grading, and it comes back PR70 deep cameo. Congratulations, you just unlocked the jackpot. So let's talk numbers. Because we're not here for fun facts, we're here for the cash. A 2013 Roosevelt dime from a US Mint proof set, certified as a perfect PR70 deep cameo, has been valued on the market for between $122,000 to as much as $155,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single dime, 10 cents in face value, now worth over $155,000. That's the kind of coin that doesn't just sit in a display case. That's a coin that goes into private vaults, gets showcased at major auctions, and becomes the centerpiece of world-class coin collections. So what should you do right now? Here's your 3-step plan to potentially cash in. 1. Find your 2013 US Mint proof set. Check every dime inside. Look for that S mint mark from San Francisco. 2. Examine your dime under a magnifying glass. Look for deep mirrors in the background, sharp frosted details, and zero flaws. The contrast should be stunning. 3. Send it in to be graded by PCGS or NGC. If it comes back PR70 DCM, you just hit the coin collector's lottery. The best part, this isn't some ancient, rare coin from the 1800s. It's from 2013. It could be sitting in your house right now, and the longer you wait, the harder it will be to find these coins untouched and perfect, because collectors are catching on. And every month, more and more of these are being bought up by investors and locked away. Did you know there's a tiny silver-colored coin, smaller than a quarter, lighter than a nickel, and almost always ignored, that could actually be worth more than a luxury car? That's right, we're talking about a Roosevelt dime, not from the 1940s. Not even from the 60s. This one's from 2014, and it could quietly be sitting in your proof set right now, hiding a secret value that most people will never realize. In today's video, we're pulling back the curtain on one of the most underrated modern coins in America's history, the 2014 Roosevelt dime from the US Mint proof set, a coin that's flipping jaws across the collector world. You might think it's just 10 cents, you might think there's no way a recent dime could be special, but you'd be very wrong, because this unassuming little coin can now be worth over $153,000. Yes, that's 6 figures, for a dime. Let's break down how and why. Let's go back to 2014. The US Mint released its annual proof sets, a Tradition beloved by collectors and coin enthusiasts alike, these sets were carefully assembled at the San Francisco Mint, the facility known for producing some of the finest proof coins in the world. Coins that are struck multiple times, under extreme pressure, with hand-polished dies and mirror-like finishes. The 2014 Roosevelt dime included in those sets is no ordinary coin. It's sharp, it's shiny, it's got that iconic S mint mark on the obverse side, proof that it was born in San Francisco, and in the right condition. It can be shockingly valuable. You see, not all coins are created equal. Even within proof sets, most coins, even proofs, have tiny flaws, micro scratches, haze, weak strikes, blemishes that keep them from perfection. But once in a great while, something rare happens. A Roosevelt dime from the 2014 proof set comes out flawless. We're talking about a coin that earns the elite, almost mythical grading of PR70 Deep Cameo. That means it's perfect. And no scratches, no weak strikes. It looks like a mirror kissed by the gods, and when a coin hits that level of perfection, it becomes more than a dime. It becomes a treasure. A gem. A prize for elite collectors who are desperate to own the best of the best, and they're willing to pay outrageous sums to get it. Let's talk grading for a second. There are only two companies trusted worldwide when it comes to authenticating coin perfection: PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service; NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. When they grade a proof coin PR70 Deep Cameo, it means the coin has zero flaws under 5x magnification, and that kind of precision is incredibly rare, especially in coins pulled from modern proof sets. That's why these dimes, yes, these tiny 2014 Roosevelt dimes, are commanding enormous prices at auction, because demand is through the roof and supply is nearly non-existent. Now imagine this: you dig out that old proof set from a drawer or closet, you check the dime, you send it in for grading, and it comes back PR70 DCAM. You didn't just find a coin, you found a fortune. So what makes this specific year, 2014, so exciting? Well, for starters, the strike quality in some batches was exceptionally high, making the rare PR70s even more desirable. The design clarity on Roosevelt's face and torch detail was among the cleanest of the modern era. There are fewer known examples of perfect 2014 PR70 dimes than from surrounding years, which drives collector frenzy even higher, and the current coin market is booming, especially for modern perfect grade proof coins. Here's what you should do right now if you own a 2014 US Mint proof set. 1. Carefully inspect the dime inside. Use gloves. Avoid touching the surface. Even a fingerprint can destroy value. 2. Look for deep mirror-like fields and strong frosted devices. If the contrast is bold and the coin appears flawless, it could be the 1.3. Send it in to be graded by PCGS or NGC. Do not delay. Coin values are volatile, and these rare finds are getting harder to locate every day. And now, what you've been waiting for. If you're lucky enough to have a 2014 Roosevelt dime from a US proof set, and it grades a perfect PR70 Deep Cameo, you're not just holding a dime. You're holding a coin worth between $124,000 and as much as $153,000. Let that sink in. A 10-cent coin, from just over a decade ago, now valued at more than a house down payment. This is why coin collectors obsess over proof sets, why some people spend years tracking down perfect specimens, why auctions explode when flawless modern dimes appear, because coins like this don't just represent money, they represent rarity, perfection, and prestige. Well, what if I told you that one specific Roosevelt dime from 2016, sitting quietly in a US Mint proof set, could be hiding a shocking secret? Not just any secret, a six-figure surprise that could turn a little coin into life-changing cash. That's right, there's a 2016 Roosevelt dime out there that's not worth a few bucks, not worth $100. We're talking about a dime that has sold for as much as $154,000, yes. You heard that right. A dime. 10 cents, now worth more than most people make in an entire year. So don't blink. Don't click away, because what you're about to hear could turn your boring proof set into a hidden goldmine. Let's dig in. Let's rewind to the year 2016. The United States Mint released its annual silver proof set, struck at the world-famous San Francisco Mint. In those sets was a pristine, mirror-like Roosevelt dime with an S mint mark, a coin designed to be the highest quality version available to collectors. But here's the twist: while millions of Americans bought those proof sets, only a microscopic handful ever ended up with a perfect coin. We're talking numismatic perfection, the kind that professional graders dream of. Most coins, even proof coins, come with tiny blemishes, scratches, or dullness, but every once in a while, a perfect coin is struck, with razor-sharp detail. Mirror finish so deep you can see your soul in it, and absolutely no flaws, even under Magnification, those coins are graded as PR70 Deep Cameo, the absolute pinnacle of coin grading, and in the case of the 2016 Roosevelt dime, when you find that flawless specimen, you're not just holding a coin, that you're holding a collector's fantasy, a piece of American money that could fetch more than some Teslas. Why is the 2016 Roosevelt dime from the proof set such a big deal? Let's break it down. First, the 2016 proof dimes were struck during a time when the US Mint was reaching new heights in quality, but mintages were dropping compared to earlier years. Second, the San Francisco Mint's precision on these coins was incredible, but consistency wasn't guaranteed. So while most coins looked great, very few were flawless enough to earn a PR70 DCAM grade. And third, Roosevelt dimes are wildly popular among collectors, especially those in perfect condition, especially those from modern proof sets that are slowly becoming harder to find sealed and untouched. The result? Insane demand, minimal supply, and prices that skyrocket every year. Now imagine this. You've had a 2016 US proof set tucked away in a drawer, unopened, since you bought it from the mint. You finally take it out, inspect the dime, and decide to send it to a top-tier grading company like PCGS or NGC, and it comes back graded PR70 Deep Cameo. Your 10-cent piece just became the most valuable item in your house, because collectors are bidding up to the six-figure range for this dime in perfect condition. And here's the best part, these coins don't just appeal to collectors, they attract investors, people with deep pockets who know that rare, perfect proof coins like this appreciate like crazy over time. That they're not just buying coins, they're buying history, quality, and status. These investors are looking for the cleanest, rarest coins, and the 2016 Roosevelt dime in PR70 is a crown jewel of the modern era. So what should you do if you think you might have one? Step 1. Locate your 2016 US Mint proof set, especially the silver proof set. Step 2. Handle the coins carefully. Always wear gloves and never touch the surface. Step 3. Look for a coin with deep, mirror-like fields, sharp frosted designs, and zero blemishes. Step 4. Send it in to PCGS or NGC for grading. If it comes back PR70 DCAM, you just hit the jackpot, and if you don't have a proof set, this might be the perfect time to invest in one, before the prices go even higher. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. If you're holding a 2016 Roosevelt dime from a US Mint proof set, and it has been graded as PR70 Deep Cameo by PCGS or NGC, that tiny, shiny dime could be worth anywhere from $126,000 to $154,000, yes. For a dime. No exaggeration. No typo. That's the market right now for ultra-rare, perfect modern coins. This is why collectors never stop looking, why dealers scan every proof set, why investors are quietly gobbling up perfect-grade modern coins before the world catches on, because one day, that little coin in your drawer could turn into a life-changing windfall. If this blew your mind, make sure you smash that like button, bell, subscribe to the channel for more jaw-dropping coin value. Speech balloon. Comment below if you own a 2016 proof set or any Roosevelt dimes.